good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is for you. Got next treat for you here. Our next interview is going to be with Carroll High School legend, Ed Fox, former head football coach, head wrestling coach. Him and his wife, Mary, were at Carroll High School for decades. And so I'm going to play some pickleball with him down here in the Villages, and then hopefully we'll get to sit down and have a small interview with him and learn more about him and his family and his time at Carroll High School. Make sure you check it out. All right, I'm here in the Villages of Florida. I'm interviewing Ed Fox. Ed Fox is a longtime Carroll High School coach, teacher. Him and his wife, Mary, were at Carroll High School for years and years, and one of the reasons why I ended up at Carroll High School. So I'm going to ask him here some questions and get to know him a little bit here for our Alumni Association. So, Ed, what brought you to Carroll High School?
Okay, going back to, I was at Carroll for 31 years, and when I was looking for a head wrestling job, and the AD from New Haven at the time called me. I was teaching in Ohio at the time, and he called me and said that this Carroll High School is looking for a wrestling coach. Yeah. So I came over and interviewed, and because it was back, because I went to New Haven to high school. So
okay, I was going to ask you that.
And so came back and got the job, and I said I want to teach in high school. I didn't want to teach in the middle school where I was at in Ohio. So
what did you teach at the high school?
I was in the phys ed department, but I did all of them. I did driver's training, I did health, I did PE, I did the advanced PE.
Right.
I did the health and safety. Then towards the end, I did all the bodybuilding. I was the only bodybuilding coach we had for weightlifting.
Strength and conditioning.
Strength and conditioning.
Gotcha.
And then towards the end, it was all the advanced PE classes of the upperclassmen that I had.
Okay.
So, and that was, I ended my career in 2003. And at that time, I wasn't coaching anything because I got out of coaching.
What did you coach?
I was a head wrestling coach for 28 years. And during that 28, I was a head football coach also.
Wow.
And
double duty, double sport, both head coach?
Right, both head coaches for 17 years during my 28 years of head wrestling coach. And I enjoyed it very much. I think we had some good athletes, some good kids.
Yeah. And
that was kind of my downtime when I go to practice after school. I didn't have to put up with all the kids. I had the special kids that wanted to come.
Okay. When did your wife Mary start at Carroll High School?
She actually started. She couldn't start until the two boys were in school. So I think she started in probably 76 or 77, maybe later than that.
Okay. So did you coach your two boys?
I had both of them in football, and I had both of them in wrestling. Okay. They all both played baseball, but I just did summer baseball with them.
Okay. What are their names? When did they graduate? I should say.
Oh God.
Okay. Put you on the test here.
Yeah, Jim was the oldest. He graduated in '89.
Okay.
And then Mike was 2 years later, and he was 91.
Good. I just missed them because I showed up Carroll High School in '93, fall of '93, and you were the third person I met at Carroll High School. I was doing my student teaching, so I did a visitation, and I showed up with my visiting teacher, Elsie McAlexander.
Elsie.
And I told her, hey, I'm also an athletic training major as well as a teaching major. And so she took me down to meet the AD, Dean Gorsuch. Right, and then he took me straight to your office, and I met you, and you said, welcome, you are part of the team, and we start August 1st, and you can be the athletic trainer in charge of anything related.
That is true, and that was a very good relationship that we had with Fort Wayne Ortho and with Carroll High School, Northwest Allen County Schools.
Still is.
We couldn't have asked for anything better.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a marriage made in heaven. I mean, it was just a great relationship. And towards the end there, whenever I had an athlete that was injured, I wouldn't even go out. I turned for you and told you to get out there.
Just yell Luby.
Yell Luby and get out there because, all I'm going to do is yell for you when I get out there. So, and that worked out great.
No, it was. I'm very thankful that I got to meet you and work with you because that was one of the big parts that kept me at Carroll High School, and so it's a great thing. So, what are some of your fondest memories at Carroll High School from back in the day, teaching and coaching?
Probably, I like driver's ed, believe it or not.
Okay.
and to teach those kids how to drive and get on the highway. I like that. The coaching probably was when I took kids to the state wrestling tournament, and we were pretty fortunate. And probably out of the 28 years I was head coach up there, we probably went 20 out of the 28 years. Not that we placed very high. We had a couple state champions, or one state champion in Paul Boyd, and then we had Fitch was, I think, third, something like that, and Hedges, and Hedges, and we took kids, and
Chad
we were very.
That was my first year when Chad Hedges.
Right, we were very competitive, and I always liked that part of it, and I just enjoyed, working with those kids.
Yeah, it pays off for them, and they get so much out of being an athlete and being a student and building those relationships and the experiences that they have.
Right, and we still have them. Don Harder and Scott Carpenter were a couple of my first wrestlers, and they were down here in the Villages. They came down and spent a day with us.
Well, you're one of the main reasons that Carroll is still known as a wrestling school, and that we host super duels and sectionals and regionals. I just covered my 32nd sectional and 32nd regional, so it's been a pleasure.
Right, so. and that's some of the pride that I have, that we had a good reputation of our program.
We do.
And we had good athletes come through. Yeah. And I just was very proud of that, and still am.
Yes,
I don't follow it as well as I used to, but I still, when you send me say, hey, we got sectionals going on or something, then I'll try to find the results out and stay on top of it.
Well, good. Well, I want to thank you very much. Everything that you meant to Carroll High School and me personally.
Okay.
Okay? Because we're good friends to this day. And
we still always
appreciate you.
We'll always
so, thank you very much. Hope you guys all tune in and catch this episode.